I began to drift away from Columbia. Now, I was bored, too, by the nihilism, by the naysaying of the feeble East. I wanted a great burst of energy, a great burst of Western joy. And shortly after Julian was buried in his jail cell, the new king arrived like a whirlwind out of the wild, snowy West. The West I had never seen. Yeah, Neil Cassidy was the undisputed hero of the West, even as Julian had been for our Easton College gang. But, because Neil lived in Denver, gateway to the West, and I lived in foggiest New York, it began to seem like Neil would always be leaving us.
Geez, buddy, that is great. That is really great stuff. You know, look, you and Alan have really got to teach me. You and Alan have really got to teach me how to write, man. I'll show you the other stuff. You know, you come west, man, I'll show you America you've never seen.
Well, the thing of it is, Neil, all you got to do is put your ass in a chair for 10 hours a day the rest of your life. I mean, to be any good, you got to sit still in front of the typewriter with the fiendish energy of a Benny addict. That's the art of poetry.
Sit still, huh? Well, that's going to be a tough one. But hey, look, come on, we got to make that bus.
Okay, just a second.
We got to make that bus to Denver, man. We're
Yes,
gonna be late.
yes.
Hey, that's great. What is that? That's great.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, guys. Every bus station's got one. We've got to get a photograph. Come on. All right, look, we get 4. That's one each. Brilliant.
Yeah, we'll do Jack with the last because he's the prettiest one.
Oh, you guys.
Right, it costs a quarter. Come on.
Now, Jack, look, you got to hurry along here. Because before you know it, old Neil will be on top of it already. So it's absolutely imperative that we get some photographs.
Okay, a totem pole. Come on.
Now, Jack! Hey, that's mine. Yeah, that's the Denver bus. Well, the time she has come once again to say goodbye, yes indeedy. But we shall meet again because we know time, and the trick of it is, Chief, you got to zig when they zag, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, I want to see.
Oh, come on, it's not even dry yet.
Well, look, guys, there's no time. Over you. Over you. And the 3 Musketeers.
No, what about the one of Jack? I want the one of Jack. You see, I may not be seeing you so soon, old buddy. Where's old Alan to be out to Colorado before I can barely frown? Hey, look!
You can have half.
Half?
Uh-huh.
Half a Jack? Alan, you old son of a bitch, you got a deal. Okay. Hey, old Fernando, that old Hollywood star, looks like I got his best side.
Guys.
Oh, now, Jack, look. You got to hit that old wagon trail and thumb across the land in the spring, okay? Thumb across to the west in the spring. I'll see you in the spring. In the spring. Okay.
Here comes another truck. I got it. Look at that old fuck, the way once he carries. Hey, he's gonna stop. He's gonna stop.
I'm sorry, boys. I've got all these sacks of corn up here, and there ain't room for but one cowpoke. What do you say?
Hell yes, I'm your man. See you, pal.
Only trouble is, Neil's not going to possibly find enough time there to sleep and work, and he's going to foot us apart any second.
And what are you doing meanwhile?
I got a straight job downtown. He sees me when I get off. There's a schedule.
No, what do you mean schedule? What kind of a schedule? Why does there always have to be a schedule?
Starts in the morning. At 12:30, he finishes making it with the wagon. Oh, yes! Oh, God! Yes! And then rushes over to Marilyn's for an afternoon only of blessed sweetness with her. As his divorce from Luann has not been finalized. Oh, yes! Oh, God! Yes! That's yet. But when it is, he says he really must marry Marilyn and forget all about Luann. And then I get off at 6. By 9, I'm fed, showered, washed, groomed, and recovered from working. 9:30, Neil pops by for an evening of talk and soul bonding.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
And then, in the morning, after the night of the most exquisite, mythic, perfect talk and love and poetry and philosophy and even sweet nature and such forsooth, Neil will rush back over to Marilyn's for a further ecstasy morning spent with her in a sweet communion. Can't take it anymore, Jack. I got the Denver doldrums. He loves me and leaves me every day.
In 1951, I finished the first good draft of On the Road. It was written in a wild new style I had discovered in Neil Cassidy's letters to Ellen and myself. We called it, later on that is, we called it spontaneous Bach prosody. I had one good contact in the publishing world, the guy who edited my first traditional type novel, The Town and the City. Great guy, my first editor, Robert.
Sounds great. When do I get to see it? I'm sure I'll be able to do something with it, Jack.
Here's your novel! Look, here is your goddamn novel! We just feed in a roll of teletype and let her rip. I have finally broken the back of the beast with this one. I have beloved the beastie home!
Jack, it's all one page.
Yeah.
It's all one paragraph. How are you going to make corrections in the manuscript?
Before we talk about this,
It isn't even double-spaced.
What do you mean corrections? No.
No, Jack, any little
You
corrections
ruined my
you might
last
see-
book with your corrections.
Now, come on, Jack.
No,
be
this
fair.
stays like it is. This
Jack.
one stays like it is. I will not change a word of this.
Jack.
What do you mean, double space?
Jack! Jesus, Jack.
You know, sweetheart, you really shouldn't tease old Jack like that. He's been a bag of nerves since you left for work yesterday. He's scared to even look at me since you made that remark.
Me? What did I say?
Neil, come on, you know exactly what you said. You just said it now. You said it yesterday before you left for work. There's my best pal and my best gal. What exactly do you mean?
Well, I thought that it would be a beautiful thing for you and our brother Jack to, a beautiful thing, a loving thing.
Excuse me. I've been thinking. Now, I really appreciate your doing the Medici style sponsorship of Old Jack up here in your attic, but I think it's probably
Oh, come
enough.
on, Jack. You know Neil and I enjoy the arts and feel like we ought to give something back. And taking care of you is just about the nicest thing we can think of, honey.
My best gal, my best pal.
I was raised to be the standard, nurturing kind of wife. But I was so insulted and so upset with Neil when he made his proposition that I thought, okay, Buster, if that's what you want. And of course, I was already in love with Dad. So for a while there, I had two husbands, strictly on a rotation basis when Neil was off on a trip with the railroad. And after the first time, we never really discussed it. It just sort of became our new normality. I mean, if it took the two of them to amount to one husband, well, if that's what it took.
22, 27, 9, hut. He gets the snap, he fades back, he sees Carochi open.
And the Caroch kid is tearing up the field, but he's encountering some opposition. A known coward that he is, he fades back, he throws the cocks to the Statue of Liberty play!
Statue of Liberty play! But then suddenly, the Rockney, a vicious linebacker out of Notre Dame, comes after the Carochi kid. His paws are exposed.
But music absorbs the super savage beast. He peeks around for a touchdown!
How did we win? Hey man, listen, you got any of that roach left?
Yes.
Great.
What is the schedule?
Well, the schedule is that you and me and Marcel Proust get very high together.
And make a tape recording for posterity. It's High Hour with Proust. Secret World Radio.
Who's Natalie?
Trick is, Chief, you got to zig when they zag, you know what I'm saying? Now, listen, Mommy, I dig you completely. You know what? You
I
know
don't want to
something.
hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore.
No, listen, this doesn't
You're a
even-
liar. You're nothing but a goddamn liar.
No, listen, honey.
And I suppose you want stamps for that.
Oh, come on. Dear, listen, you're the mother of my children.
Of
and
this endless stream of bullshit.
Oh, darling.
No! I want you to take your bag, and I want you to take Jack, and I want you to get out of my house.
I know him. He's okay somewhere.
Where have you been? God damn, where have you been? There are police swarming all over here.
Jack-
You know, one of those cars you took was a detective's car, so the police are just a little bit returned.
Well, think-
No, they are dusting it down for prints this moment. Come
Jack,
on, let's
listen,
go.
man, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine, man. I didn't steal any cars. I just borrowed them for a while.
Where have you been?
Well, first I was in a Chevy, then I was in a Ford.
Come on.
Jack, no, listen. In that very same Buick, I drove down to that old travel bureau and the thing's still open. Jack, you won't believe the ride I got us tomorrow.
That's a ride?
Better, man. Some gangster he wants us to drive his limousine from San Francisco all the way to Chicago, and all we gotta do is pay for gas. And Jack, guess what kind of a car it is? Huh? A 47 Cadillac limousine. 47 Caddy, all black. We got us a ride, man. We got us a car.
I've been driving all night, I've been driving all day. I'm still crossing Texas and only halfway. Man, the Suffolk road goes on. I don't know where I'm going, don't know where I'm from. My dad is a hobo on the road. He got wine in his teeth, he got blood in his nose. I knew where I was going, wouldn't need to speed. Rock steady 100 on whites, whites and blues.
Goddamn, that in a traffic light right in the middle of the Great Plains. Hey, Jack, did I ever tell you I'm colorblind?
It's red.
Yeah,
It's
what
red.
color it is.
It's red. It's bloody red.
Yeah! Missed him, by God! Man, we know time. There ain't no such thing as a red light, huh, Jack? Well, the trick is, Chief, you got to zig when they zag, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I didn't think I was gonna get to Chicago so quick. You boys in a hurry or something.
Yeah, that's another way of regarding the problem. The truth is, and I want to be straight about it, I want to know, you ever know of an old hobo, kind of looks like me, sly old bum with wine in his teeth and blood in his hair, and in summertime he's a salesman of these absolutely beat flash waters and such, you know, to board housewives in Kansas, whatever. An old hobo named Neil Cassidy, I'm kind of looking out for him.
Well, see, that'd depend on if he was from the east or from the west.
Yeah, the West.
Well, now let me see. Raggedy old fella sleeps in a ditch with wine in his teeth. Beat in a joint one time and another.
Yeah, that sounds like him, yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah?
He's okay.
Oh, Neil. It'll work out, you know, if I can just sell on the road.
Oh man, you will. You will, because I mean it's great, you know, from what I've read over your shoulder. It's like the new Jack London, you know, it's like Walt Whitman, it's like the soul of football, you know, it's like a Charlie Parker solo. It's you know, it's great, it's really great.
No, well, you showed me how to do it. You remember that letter you wrote?
Shit, man, anybody can write letters. And why can't I finish my novel? You know, why do I get all tangled up as soon as I sit down at the typewriter to write a real book? Because, Jack, as soon as I start to type the first sentence, well, my mind gets all balled up, and I start to think of 11 other sentences on several other levels, you know, that it might have been. If I could only write them all down like I do when I talk. Then I hit the wrong key on the machine, and, you know, then rather than go back and change it, I sit there and try to think of a new goddamn word that'll start with the same letter I just typed out.
Neil, you gotta learn how to relax. Look, you just tap into what's in there. If you can't simplify it, put it all down. You can fix it later if you double space. The attic of Neil and Marilyn in San Francisco. If you get the chance, go write your books in an attic. I'm sure I said that already. Hey, you do this. Come here. Okay. Starving and dreaming up there, year after year after year, while the real folks carry on the living down there underneath you in the world below. Hey, did you get it?
Listen to all of this.
Oh yeah, this is the guy who begged me to come and be a complete idiot like him, and now he is begging me to come out and get a job with him.
Well, Jack, if it's like that, just as soon as you portioned out your half of grass before you smoked it all up in one go.
Well, that's cool, fine, you just split it right up.
Jack, you haven't even paid me for your half yet.
Well, you know you have all of that coming. As soon... Half each? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's the dust. That's the best bit.
That's the best bit, man. You sound like a tired old junkie coming to his mark.
That is it. That is the last straw.
Oh, Jack, I do believe this is our very first quarrel.
Oh, no, I am serious. I've had enough.
Oh, you've had enough? Come on, what do you think it's like having a genius bum living in your attic? And why don't you get your own wife anyhow?
Oh, please. I don't want to steal your wife. Oh. I think it's about time both of you realized I've already decided to go to Mexico.
Burros? Is that your answer? Oh, come on. Hell, when you're schmecking old junkie streets and making his Mex-Old connection sweet, man.
I'm going to go and live in Mexico really cheap. On the road, it's going to be a big hit. I'll be back famous and rich in the summer.
Well, Jack, if that's what you want, Jack, I mean, if that's what you really want, then I'd be delighted to drive you as far as the border.
Split from Mexico, never came back. Dying tonight along the railroad track. Speed in his nostrils, blowing his stack. Split from Mexico and never came back.
Hell, Jack.
Well, at least his book's coming out.
The old Jack is dead.
Oh, Neil, please. Don't say that.
Jack's gone across the border. He's with the Indians permanently.
So aren't you even going to look at it?
Ah, Jack, come on. God, we're so proud of you. You know, me and Marilyn and Alan, even the kids, and they can't even read. Anyways, I know it's not about me.
What do you mean it's not about you?
Well, it's really about Jackie Boy and his love affair with America and how he can use an image, a mere image of Neil to diddle the vast, sprawling cunt of America, to fertilize that huge and empty continent. Sterile, the day we wiped out the old Indians.
What do you mean, image? Every word of that is the spiritual truth.
Well, I'll let you know when I read it. And I will fucking read it. It's just, I already know it's not about me.
Oh, yeah? So who the hell are you anyhow?
Jack, do you remember the day we stood on the sidewalk in Frisco when Marilyn had thrown us out and we didn't have a hair to turn gray with?
I remember you said, hey, Jack, let's drive to New York.
No,
with
Jack.
$20 in
No,
our
I
pocket
said
and
let's
take-"
walk to New York. I said let's walk to New York with $20 in our pockets and dig everything along the way.
You're the driver.
Yeah, Jack, listen. When I was 8 years old, a wee bitty thing, cute as a speckled pup, my father used to take me out walking and bumming across America. A walker stalks in my secret soul forever, Jack. I'm frozen in my childhood, frozen. Don't you see, Jack? Driving is just a shortcut.
But you're the greatest driver in the world.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well be perfect to a cut hair. But driving is just a goddamn cheap way to die, an easy way. But you gotta be able to choose the moment, not like some goddamn fuck up. You see, that's all that driving is, Jack, is choosing when and when not to die.
And you were always in perfect control.
Yeah, then why is it that I always keep wanting to off myself? Only I know it's a sin. It's the road, man. It's the goddamn road. It runs like a ribbon through your soul until you're like an addict. Worse than an addict. Worse than being on junk. Walking to New York. Scenes along the way. The child was father to the man. Don't you see, Jack? In here, I'm still an 8 years child. And it's too late to grow up. It's too late to stop. I'm looking for an old hobo, my dad. An old bum called Neil Cassidy. And he's got to be out there somewhere.
Hey, with wine in his teeth and blood in his hair, asleep in a ditch in America, huh?
He's got to be alive out there somewhere, Jack. The freest, drunkest old bum in America. You understand that, don't you, Jack?
Come on. It's midnight. Let's go down to the bookstore and buy all the copies of On the Road.
Somebody's gonna have to if we're gonna sell any. Oh, do you have any money? I'm joking. Come on. On the Road is coming out today. Ain't he great?
Jack, let's copy the Times. I'm going to get one since there's a
No,
review.
come on. That was for what was gonna be such a nice new
But
day.
Jack, you're so timid. No, I'm going to get one. Find a book page. Yeah. Jack, it's a whole page. Give the whole page to itself.
So, is there anything about On the Road in there?
I'm just trying to tell you, it's a whole page review of On the Road. To give your book a whole page.
Oh, yeah. What does it say?
The publication of On the Road is a historic occasion, insofar as the exposure of an authentic work of art is of any great moment in an age. This is amazing. It changes everything.
What is it? Ruthie, what's wrong?
I've never read a review like this.
Yes, that's very interesting. Now, could you tell us, what is this beat generation? What is a beatnik?
Nothing.
Now, come, Jack. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak.
What did you just say? King Lear? Did he just say that? Look. To beat someone. This is to cheat them in some way. Say, I beat you out of some money in a deal. First time I heard the word used was by a junkie called Herbert Hunky on Times Square in 1947. He walked up to me and he said that was how he was feeling. Beat! But that it wasn't such a bad kind of feeling, actually. So this got me thinking of other uses for the word, like beatific, see, which is a form of suffering which leads to saintliness. The beat generation.
Yes, the beat generation. What about that?
Well, all this is a couple of thousand guys in my generation who didn't do so well in the war, or out of the war. America had won, see, but we were left, holy and beaten, like the beatific bums on Skid Row with their holy poverty vow. Few thousand of us, still young, but we had been left high and dry by the tide of history or something. A certain type of poor person.
So, you're a beatnik.
Ruby, take me home.
Please take it all.
Jack, if you want to come home with me, I'm leaving right now. Jack, can you hear me?
Oh,
Jack?
come on, girls. Don't fight over old Jack.
Jack, I'm not going to fight for you anymore. This is it. Are you listening?
Hey! Ain't I in this conversation?
No, you're not. Jack.
Look, chickie! What are you, huh? 22? I'm 30 years old. I gotta fuck him now.
Jack, should we go
Pretty
home?
girls, Rosie. Pretty girls. Pretty maids all in a row. Hey, you know, tonight, after all you city slickers have driven home, old Jack is gonna come down here in a fisherman's hat and a raincoat. I'm gonna stand right out there in the froth and howl at the goddamn storm.
You're gonna take on the sea, huh? Well, don't get wet. You're a braver man than I am, sailor. That's a big wave roaring silently at you out of the dark.
Wolf Rock, you bastard! I roar! I rage at the inevitable time! I'll rip your goddamn lungs out, see? I'll outshout you yet! I've got you in my mind! Just like you got me in yours! You are nothing without me either! You're just this! You are this! You are this! In the western gloom! In the westernmost end of America! The end of America! Good! Where America stops! Good! Well, I suppose I'll have to stop now. Who the hell wanted to go any farther anyway? God damn you, see! I'll spit in your face yet! Oh, how you What are you hanging around with these LSD freaks for? The FBI, they're gonna throw that Kesey's ass in jail sure as shit. What are you gonna do then? Look, it ain't nothing but the commies brought in that LSD.
Man, you're getting old. You sound more like your mother every day.
Well, look at you. Look at you. You goddamn speed freak. Your hair is falling out. Your skin is gray like ashes. You're gonna be dead before me.
Yeah, as ever, Jack. I'll be showing you the way.
I didn't mean to say that, Neil. But not one of those hippies in there. Not one of those fucking hippies love America the way you and I do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a great country, huh? It busted me and it crippled you. You tell me about 787 straight nights in San Quentin for a couple of joints. You tell me about American justice, huh?
The white angel and the dark angel.
All my life, I have been showing people the proper way to fold this flag.
And I begin to see Jack's problem. He doesn't have anywhere further to go either. So I'm going to take a little walk along to the next village where I left my gear. Take a little walk along the railroad tracks in the rain. And dream of the times I was a good old railroad brakeman in America. Which is what I was after all. Good night to you. As ever. NC.
Mexico, freezing in Mexico, all must be true. Under the icy stars, I should have split from Mars, but I split from you.
No, don't wake him up. I told him to look for the bus if he couldn't make the gig.
Wake him up. I would like to wash him down.
It's Kerouac. Promised to take him back to his mother.
You mean Jack Kerouac?
Whoa. Well, what happened to him, man?
It's been like that since '57, when the book came out.
That's terrible. I mean, he looks like he's half dead already.
Don't worry about old Jack. And all those guys up there on that stage aren't even a memory anymore. When you and I are dead and gone, old Jack will still be here. And 100 years from now, people will still be reading Jack. When all of the big shot writers of today are long forgotten. They like the story of Ishmael and Ahab, Tom and Huck. Jack and Neil in America.